Hello, Waterford students. It's Mrs. Durson. This is Draw With Me Lesson 4. And today, Merriweather and my most favorite Stuffy in all the world are here today to help us with this lesson. So we have been talking about setting and how important it is to help an artist communicate with you. So today we are going to find our lesson 4 with Merriweather on the front, and we are going to work together to create palettes that will help us think about setting. It's a great exercise, and it's a lot like what every artist has to do before they set to work. So it'll be fun to do a few of these together, and then you can work on them. We also, in this assignment today, we'll look in our bags that came home and find white drawing paper. Okay, this is a little thicker than a normal piece of paper, and it's important because you're going to do important work on this. You are going to create 1 or 2 settings in which you want to set your favorite Stuffy. This was the day I met Froggy. And as you can see, the setting in my picture helps you relate to the day I met him. Many years ago, I came down the steps and found him in my Christmas stocking on our fireplace. It was a brick fireplace, and I'll still remember it. And this picture helps me communicate that moment to you because I really worked hard on creating the setting so you could understand what I was trying to feel or communicate to you. So I'll let you look at that one. And Froggy remembers that day too, don't you? So today we're going to work on the visualizer, and then we're going to talk about our assignment of setting with our favorite little Stuffy friends, okay? So let's get to the visualizer. Come on, let's see what we got here. There we go. All right, Merriweather, help us out. Okay, so settings in art are the backdrop, the scene behind the picture sometimes, the moment you're trying to recreate, you're trying to set the mood, you're trying to make the person looking at your art understand where it's happening, how it's happening, why it's happening. So setting really helps with that. So today we've got 2 pages here, and we're going to work on 2 of these today. So let's look at these. I know you can do beach because we've worked on beach things together before. Forest, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's do that one today for sure. Under the sea, your backyard. I can't help you with that. You're going to have to do that one. A cave. Very interesting. Your kitchen. And planet Mars. All right, let's say we do forests and planet Mars together, and then you'll know the concept and can do it yourself. So I am working in colored pencils today, or you can use crayons or markers or any kind of coloring utensil you'd like. So when an artist is about ready to start coloring in the lines that they've drawn in a painting or a picture, they have to decide what colors are going to work. And looking in a box of crayons and looking in a box of pencils there's a lot, right? You don't know how things will go together. You're not sure if you're going to like that color next to the other color. So a palette helps. And in this exercise, I only want you to pick 4 colors. That just is going to help train you to the process without all the work. When you get to really doing your picture of your Stuffy, you can use as many colors as you want, but you're still going to want to pick the colors that match your Stuffy and maybe the chair they're sitting on. So you're going to want to use a palette process to choose those colors. So let's do forest. So if I'm going to do a dark, deep, gorgeous forest, I might pick, can you see these? A really dark green, a really dark kind of purpley brown, a dark, dark, dark brown, and a light green. Just some ideas. Again, if I'm really working on a picture, I might pick 15 colors. But I also would like to see how these colors really look when they're used. Looking at something can be very different, as you know, than what really comes out of the product. And that's why these little blocks are very helpful and kind of fun to color in, because I can see, okay, if I did a picture of a forest, this green looks like that next to that brown. This is that purpley brown color. So have fun choosing a palette and seeing if, oh yes, this is the right kind of palette for me. Okay, so 4 colors. I'd be fine if you really wanted to go and do 5, but the idea is you're trying to assign colors to the setting that is here. Okay, and that's my forest concept. There is no right or wrong, by the way. This is your art. So planet Mars. I think from the things we know about Mars, that browns and oranges are probably a good idea. So that's what I chose. So I'm just going to color in my palette here for planet Mars. And I want to see how these colors look next to each other. And when you're designing your palette, you might say, oh, you know what? That brown is totally wrong, or it's too dark, or it doesn't look good next to the other colors. So then you'd go back and try another color. Oh yes, that's very Mars to me right there. I'm feeling a little Martian. There we go. So that's what I would like you to do with this worksheet, is look at your backyard, cave, kitchen, your kitchen at your house, under the sea, and the beach. Okay? Then the second part of this lesson is creating a setting with your stuffy. Now, again, you might have time just to do one of these, but do a really nice job with one. Or you might have the ability to this week and time to do 2. What I'd like you to do is just really enjoy this process as much as you can. So let me show you. Here is one idea for a setting. This is Froggy with his favorite book. However, it's not really the setting that I'm getting here, right? It's kind of just my stuffy next to a book. I don't know what's happening here. I don't have an emotional feel for this, right? So think about your setting as maybe something that might look like this. Here, I feel something. There's Froggy hanging out on the porch. It's beautiful palm tree, and it's kind of a fun little scene for Froggy. So that to me speaks more about where he is, what's going on with him, the moment, maybe how he's feeling. So that's why I'm going to choose this picture to replicate versus the other one. Even though both are really good, this one speaks more to setting than this one, okay? This tells me something. I'm not sure what. I don't know where we really are. And this one really tells me where we are. It tells me what the setting is. So I wanted to kind of give you that as a potential example. So if we go back to the visualizer here, okay, I am going to create a picture of Froggy. It was on a couch, and you know, I don't have a picture in front of me. I'm just doing this now from memory. But he kind of was hanging out, if you know what I mean. He was just kind of enjoying a beautiful spring day on this couch. And I'm using a Sharpie marker. You know that that is perfectly fine, but sometimes it's good to use a pencil first, then go back with the Sharpie marker or dark marker, and then erase your lines. So there's a couple of ways to do this. So we'll just do this cute little picture of Froggy. Okay, and you know, by this point, I kind of know him by heart. Your favorite stuffy, I just would love to see. So if you can send me a picture, oh my goodness, I would just love that. And this is the chair. And then there was this amazing big palm tree out here because he was just hanging out on the deck, wasn't he? I had a candle out there on a table. And it'll be a lot easier for you guys because you'll be able to sketch your picture by looking at it. I'm just trying to use my memory. And, you know, sometimes that works and sometimes it surely doesn't. But that's the idea that I'd like you to do, is really make a beautiful picture or two of your favorite stuffy in a setting that you choose. So it could be somewhere in your house, or you could take your stuffy to Mars or to a cave or some other place, maybe one of your favorite games you can take your stuffy to and create that setting so that I understand what you're trying to tell me. So I hope that you have fun with this lesson and that you have learned how setting can be extremely important to what we're doing in this art process. So by now we have learned that weather, time of day, season, and setting are these tools that artists use to bring their piece of art to you. It's a presentation and a gift for you to enjoy. So have fun and enjoy this process. Take care until next time. Thank you so much.